All right, welcome. This is about to be ride number 7 here on Ward of the Mustang. You saw ride number 1 if you watched the last video, which wasn't much of a ride. It was more of a, just sit on her and move her hindquarters a little bit. So since then, I've ridden her almost every day. I did switch. You may notice I'm not using a snaffle bit anymore. I did the first, I think, 5 rides with the snaffle bit. And she did okay, but she was really fussing with the bit, which doesn't surprise me because she was doing that, all along. But it was kind of getting in the way of me training her because she was spending so much time fixating on that bit in her mouth. So I went ahead and went to this loping hackamore. Yesterday was the first time I rode her with it, and she did better. She still got some issues, and I'll probably show you here in a second. She still has some kind of leftover from that head shy where she wants to kind of get a little fussy with her head. I'm pretty sure that's going to work itself out, and I really think this hackamore is going to help to do that. So I just brought her out. You've seen all that I've done with her. She's at the point now she doesn't need a whole lot of groundwork. If she was really nervous, high energy kind of horse that needed to kind of get the fresh off, then I might do a little more groundwork with her, but she's really not that way. I've been in many ways pretty pleased with her. How she's handled the riding and all of that. So we'll just have to see how we can work through that. But she's following my direction really nicely here. And where I've had trouble, let's see what happens, is when I try to bend her right there. Do you see her throw her head? When I try to bend her to the right, she throws her head up, and then she gets fussy with me. So I'm bumping her here with my bumping her nose and saying, get that nose around there, okay? So I'm gonna walk her around here. And that's really the worst thing she's done. I mean, if that's it, well, it's pretty good, isn't it? If that's the worst thing she's done or gonna do. Okay, so let's try it again. I'm gonna reach down gently. See what happened when I asked her to go right, she bent her nose left. And I didn't correct her, I just waited on her. If she, at some point I'll get more insistent with my cues. Okay, right now I'm giving her opportunity to make the mistake and not being real rough about it. Try it again. That was much better. That time, that was the best she's done. All right, that time when I asked her to bend her nose, she did it. Gave her and followed around. Okay, now let's put her into a trot. Okay, good. Good job. Okay, that's a little better. It's not horrible, but it's something for me to work on and try to figure out why she's stiffer to the right. And every horse has a good side and a bad side, and the basic rule is you work the bad side twice as much as you do the good side. Okay, so that means I'm going to trot her to the right twice as much today as I do to the left. Okay, so let me just slow her down there, and I'll show you how I'm teaching her to work off of my feet. When I'm walking, my feet are moving. Okay, and they're moving in rhythm with my horse. And I've been doing this from basically the second ride. And my feet are moving. And she'll figure out over time that gentle rocking of my legs, and I'm just bumping her with my calf, not with my foot. That just means keep going. And what this does, this is how reiners ride their horses. It's not how roping guys don't do that. Because they're running. But and dressage too, to a lesser degree, they want to push their horse into every step. And I want my horses to ask me every step, should I keep going? Should I keep going? Should I keep going? And my feet are saying yes. So here's how I'm starting to teach her that when I sit back, she needs to stop. I'll bring her into the fence, sit back. All right, and I was getting ready to say whoa, but she stopped anyway. So that means she's already starting to figure this out. I did it probably 20 times yesterday. All right, come this way. Bumping her with my legs. Walk her in a circle here. And then sit back. And then if she doesn't stop, I'm at a 45-degree angle to the fence here, so that fence will stop her because I'll just hold her nose and she'll stop, and she did pretty nicely. So now, neck rein, outside leg with my right leg, I'm bumping her, so I'm already teaching her to turn, and that wasn't very good. She didn't move her shoulder very well there, but we'll work on that, you know. Within the next 5 or 10 rides, I'll start insisting that she move that shoulder when I ask for it. Right now, you know, as long as she's getting the idea to turn, I'm okay with it. Okay, and I'm having to bump her, keep her bent into the circle here, which I want her to do. Good. Good. Okay. All right, I'm going to bring her in here and stop her. That's pretty nice. Now let's try this at a trot. Okay, let's get her trotting around here. And you don't want to stop every time you come to the fence because they'll start anticipating it really badly if you do. Right? Every second or third round, you stop them on the fence. Okay. Oh, that was really nice. So since she did so well with that, I'm going to give her a break. She needs time to process here anyway. That's a good processing point. You always want to let your horses think. When they do something right, especially in these early stages, but anytime really, give them 30 seconds or a minute to process. Let them rest. Think about what just happened. It's probably as important as the actual training. Letting them stop and think. Let the pressure kind of come off. And a lot of times this is a point where I'll wave my hat around. Let them just get used to taking. I want them to associate motion up here with rest. Okay? Oh, I love it when he waves his hat because that means I don't have to do anything. That's what I want her thinking.